Hi everyone, welcome back to UWL Student Vlogs. My name is Ariel and today I'm going to talk about the culture shocks that I went through after moving to the UK to study. First thing I have on my list of culture shocks is seeing little kids on buses or on tubes on the underground by themselves, either heading to school or coming back from school, just alone by themselves. I'm from Aruba and the island's really small, so usually just parents pick up their kids with the car. But when I went to the UK, when I started studying and everything, and I went on the bus, I would just see little kids like with their uniforms, so I knew they were going to school or coming from school, going home or going to their friends. And just seeing them by themselves, it kind of like, whoa, shocked me. I was like, like we don't do that in Aruba. In Aruba, we're very westernized, we're very Americanized, you could say. And when people come into stores or stuff like that, or when you see people, you say, hello, how are you? But in the UK, they say, hey, hi, are you all right? Are you all right? Hi, are you all right? And I just had to get used to it. It's something that's like, yeah, I'm all right, I'm okay. Instead of saying, hi, how are you? It's hi, are you all right? It's just something I had to get used to. So this is the third culture shock I have written down, is having the washing machine in the kitchen, or the dryers, or just to do your laundry in the kitchen. It's so weird because like here in Aruba or just anywhere else I've been, it's usually like in a corner, like tucked away, so you don't see the dirty laundry. You have your hampers and everything. So just to have it in the kitchen in the UK, like everyone can see like my clothes are just there like swirling around. So it's just like something I had to get used to, like going my dirty basket to the kitchen, even though there's no one there, but it just feels weird. This is my fourth culture shock. So the outlets in the UK are of course different than the outlets in Aruba, but that's not the difference I'm talking about. I'm talking about with your outlets, you guys turn it on and turn it off, or even with your lights, you have to turn it on and turn it off. So the power, you're not wasting energy, which I think is really, really cool. But when I went there, it was just like, what? A culture shock. Like I had to keep getting used to it, because sometimes I put my phone to charge and it wasn't charging, and I'd be like, why is it not charging? Why is my phone just at dead? And I realized I have to flick the outlet on so the electricity can turn on so I can charge my phone. So another thing for me is not having air conditioning and fans. That's a culture shock, which I knew going into, I knew moving to the UK, moving to Europe, you guys don't really have air conditioning. Maybe some places, but most places don't have air conditioning. Like I understand like the fans that you plug in, you wouldn't have, because we don't really have that. But just having fans up in the ceiling fans, that was a culture shock. I was like, oh, why is there no fans? Now my last culture shock is not really a culture shock, but it's more because I live on a small island and I moved to a big city, is that you don't say hi to everyone. In Aruba, doesn't matter if you know the person, if you don't know the person, we say hello, good morning to just anyone. You pass and say hello, good morning, hello, good morning. But I know you can't do that in London, England, for sure, because there's too many people. I automatically sometimes want to say hello, good morning, hello, how are you, you know? But they don't do that. So when they don't do that, I'm like, culture shock. I hope you guys enjoyed my little video of my culture shocks. Yeah, there's nothing negative about it. It's just the difference between where I grew up and where I live now, where I've moved. So it's a fun little difference. It's a fun little thing to get used to, changing your perspective and things. So I hope you guys like my perspective, and I'll see you guys another time. Bye.